and we are Velocities of Music, VIMTV. Today, this is going to end our set tonight. We're going to do the Go Team's new album for 2011. It's their third album. It's called Rolling Blackouts. Tom, what did you think about Rolling Blackouts?
It's the Go Team's third album. What can you say? I mean, this is enjoyable to listen to. It's fun. It's got that atmosphere. I mean, you put this on at a party and it will be fun as hell. But at the same time, it's not the most in-depth listening experience that you'll get. It's enjoyable, and that's about, for me, the limit of where it's going to be.
The sound of the Go Team is just so fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, here's this fun, just upbeat vibe, and it gets kind of bombastic and anthemic at times, and you know, bands, it recalls bands like, sounds like Deerhoof, which actually, one of the people from Deerhoof, I'm not sure which one, I apologize, did some work on this album, but, you know, even the Flaming Lips, Girl Talk, I even get aspects of the New Pornographers and some of their more song-like indie songs that they do, which actually on this album, Tom, I know that they go in between these big, just blasting anthems in your face to kind of more laid-back songs. I feel like it's every other track, literally.
And one thing I really appreciate about their sound is that they're able to go for that kind of, at times, hip-hop-ish, but mostly just dancey, fun, party atmosphere without relying on electronic beats. Like, you don't feel like you're at a rave. You feel like you're just at a fun party that you can dance to, but it's based mainly on just creative loops and samples, and I really like that aspect of it. But at the same time, it gets a little redundant, and I mean, this is just nothing too new from their old stuff, and when you compare it to a lot of stuff that's coming out, it's still unique to other things, not to their past work, but I just feel like that's still really not enough to make this great. It's good, but it's just kind of, it's a limiting listen is what I'd say.
And why I think it's a limiting listen, the beef that I have with Rolling Blackouts is the fact that because they're doing this whole switching between songs, every other song seems to be different, or switching between two styles of their delivery and their sound, I feel like that it actually like gets very predictable by the end. Not that they're using verse, chorus, what I always hate and yell about, but they're doing the same thing just in a different kind of structure to where you kind of have already heard the same ideas and they're just getting regurgitated and regurgitated. And it's like a cow chewing its own cud 4 times in a row. You know, like it's just, by the end of the album, you've already heard most of the ideas, most of the sound, most of the mood, so many times already that you're kind of bored. And it's honestly like, if this is all you're listening to, it's taxing. It's hard to make it through. As an album, I found this as a struggle to get all the way through. Now, individually, these songs are pretty fun and pretty cool. Something that'd be great if you were playing a video game. Maybe, say, Little Big Planet. It's fun stuff. It really suits kind of this, like kind of something that you'd see in a movie or something that just makes a really good soundtrack to, you know, a brief clip of a Go Team song. But on the whole, I mean, maybe there's things that they could have done. What I'm suggesting is maybe there's things that they could have done to maybe make it a little bit more palatable, to make it so it wasn't as wearing. This is a long album. It's a beefy listen. Actually, it's not. It's only like 40 minutes long. But it feels long, and that's the issue.
That's a really good way to put it, is that while when an album feels longer than it is, in a bad way, I mean, it's like, that's not a good sign.
To sum it up, I mean, where I feel about it is that it's a fun album, and it just feels like towards the end there's just this vacuum of creativity, and it just kind of gets into these patterns and just, you know, this formula of just doing what they did and what they've done in the past and what they've done at the beginning of the album, and they just, you know, copy paste, roll it forward, give it a new name with some different stuff. It's not that extreme, but you get where I'm going with it, and I think there's just too many similarities. I do love the Go Team's originality. I just want their sound to be more expansive in the future. I'd like to see some creativity put in there. That's where I'm at. I'm feeling a mid-60s on this one, Tom. I'm going 65.
Going 64.
Oh, man, that's pretty much down the middle. What did you guys think? The Go Team is a band. Their first album, Thunder, Lightning Strike, got tons of buzz. Everybody loved them. I kind of argue that it's niche music. It's something that was novel at the time that now people are bored with. And now that they've gotten more popular, you know, the NFL commercial that's been on, and being part of the Big Planet soundtrack, and in other appearances that the band sounds made, it's been more publicized. This really doesn't break the mold, even though that they said that it was going to. I want to know your guys' opinion. Does this break the mold for you at all? Where would you like to see the Go Team go? give us a comment at www.velocitiesandmusic.com or youtube.com/velocitiesandmusic. But I think that wraps up the Rolling Blackouts.
Sure does.
I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are Velocities and Music, moving music critique forward.